around all the way to downwind.
No, just through boat lane now. They're they're still down on 2. They're up hard now.
Final wind.
4 for the boat.
2, 1.
3 for the boat.
Full nosy.
Big nitro's doing our job for us on Emirates Team New Zealand.
2.
Breezes left will want to go with them when they go.
Full speed, 0.5. Push boys. 0.5.
Inside the last 10 seconds.
Open. Racing.
Emirates Team New Zealand just a click late there for the line. I've got Alinghi Red Bull Racing there with quite a solid start there, Shirley. Over speed and bow down, pressing on the jib, so early advantage to the Swiss.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing defending hard. Great start by them. They were fast, on time, on the right-hand side. Great work.
Happy to start. That's good. Happy to stay here. Fresh orders.
Yes, bit of breeze. That's
Lower, faster.
Bit of breeze.
Really good mode. Happy to stay. A little left for us. Anti-air, slower. Still no issue with them. 44 to battery. Got a good lane here.
But they're going a little higher.
It is staying faster. They might die before us. Practicing. Happy to keep going to the right. No lower. Right to come. 25.
Obviously a different size of jibs there on both boats. So Emirates Team New Zealand there on 5 and possibly Alinghi there on their 4. So should see a slight advantage to the smaller jib upwind and a slight advantage to the bigger jib downwind. Emirates Team New Zealand, they're getting their tack in and allowing their boat to be air forward. So clear air for Emirates Team New Zealand. Now the Swiss having to make sure they lock in and then hurt them again on the following tack if they can.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I think you will.
Very, very close race here. Not much in these zones between the two boats. The electronic boundaries not far away at all here. So umpire Richard Slater will be definitely having a look. The Swiss team there feeling like they need to tack away.
I think you'll want to go sooner than later for the phase. Yeah, just get over this. Nice.
Lead change on the first upwind leg, race 27.
Out of it, so let's get about 10 passes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It was great positioning, wasn't it, by Emirates Team New Zealand. Also had that ability just to close the gap. It was a slow down for the Swiss.
It was just that slightly smaller jib coming out of those tacks, a little bit less drag, aero drag going through the tack. So every time you tack, a little advantage to the boat with a smaller jib.
Yeah, you're right on the depth.
Particularly in these uprange conditions. Right away boat here is the Swiss, but I think Emirates Team New Zealand clear ahead now. Alinghi on the back foot now.
So they might have been beaten at the start, but Emirates Team New Zealand now trying to exert their control on Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Before we hit the top gate, Peter Lester, what did you make of all of that?
You don't see too many lead changes in this sort of racing in these conditions. And for Emirates Team New Zealand, they were well behind off the line. It wasn't a great start by Peter Burling. But then you just saw that moding that we've talked about so often with the New Zealanders, that they just at times seem to have an extra gear. I'll be interested on this downwind to see how they cope with that smaller jib against Alinghi, because they've certainly capitalised on the upwind. Can they hold on to it on the downwind?
On the left mark on the bow.
Yeah, it's pretty easy lay if we want it.
See where we go in the zone. They're gone. They're going to be outside the zone. We can hit them if we want.
Coming up.
Take the right marking.
Yes.
Three, 2, 1. Happy.
You slow turn that. Keep everyone here. Good pressure for the burbo.
Difficult maneuver here coming up. Sorry, Stephen, for Emirates Team New Zealand.
Well, you knew exactly what was going on through very clear comms between Peter Burling and Nathan Atteridge. They will round the top gate for the first time, but right on their transom, basically, is Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
That's good. Getting lighter here.
Keep back.
What do you see down the middle?
Nice one.
Back straight's good.
Bit close. No rush to jibe here.
Lighter on the jibe. Slightly getting into more wind and 5 rather than the boundary's only 20, so I think just boundary jibe us.
Still a good mode.
If they go now?
Nice mode here. 20 to the boundary.
Remember, there are no points on offer for this race if you're a Swiss fan getting excited, but a lot of learning and a lot of confidence building. And to be racing this tight to the defenders, this is a good race so far, isn't it, for the Swiss?
Okay, so Vuitton de Max. It's a good job, guys.
On board, Alinghi Red Bull Racing, chasing down the defender.
Oh, we're down. Yep. Coming back in 15.
Super solid start there for the Swiss, and
Right now.
an early advantage. Did a great job off that start, and
Really puff now. 2.
little lead change there, but
Even at the bottom.
right up the exhaust pipe of Emirates Team New Zealand. They'll be seeing the pistons going up and down there so far up the exhaust. Nothing in this race at the moment.
On to chase 0, Peter.
One in open course.
Yeah, I was getting a good shot there of the boats heading away from us, looking at their mainsail twist.
Better to do to
The
jibe.
Kiwis had a wee bit more twist than Alinghi. Alinghi were a little bit tighter, certainly from the halfway, mid-girth to the head. So New Zealand a little bit more twisted on the downwind.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening the course to 1.7 nautical miles and shifting the axis to 202.
Yeah, there's a little bit less wind.
Average breeze.
I think we've seen the peak in the breeze for today.
Excellent, that's about the average when we got to. For our race late 20, it wasn't too much right at the top, but it did look like it had the potential for it, so yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. So we're happy, right turn at the moment. Yeah. I need to figure it out after.
Either light or lifting here. Or the low peak.
If you start the job on the line's good.
2 on and board.
Yeah, nice spot. Slow turn for a big little
Have gone and they'll be just up inside you.
1 and board. Here it comes.
Bias is even. If they go the other mark, I'd roll into attack relatively early.
Yep, will be.
If they follow, then I think we just attack when they
Go 1 or 2P. I think 2. Normal.
Emirates Team New Zealand, the defender of the Louis Vuitton
Transition plate.
They look like they're pacing up to go the
37th
other mark.
America's Cup, leading Alinghi Red Bull Racing to complete leg 2 of 6. Need to put their foot on the gas.
Big skid.
Oh, hang on, hang on.
Chip tracking.
Watch it.
Big slide there.
They're around the other mark.
Big loss there and wash off the speed for Emirates Team New Zealand. So tried to go around on 1. Paid the price for a huge loss of grip there on both foils. Big slide, big touchdown, big speed loss.
That's what happens when you come on hot, right? Super hot.
Once we have the speed,
No traction control on the AC75. It's old school throttle control.
Didn't warm up the slicks enough.
Just getting to boundary now.
40. Very nice pressure. 3, 2, 1, fall down. Goes, ready? Okay, 2, 1, and board up. And 6 behind in about 10 seconds.
Try and get over that, run.
Yeah,
Okay.
no worries, Leon. Oh,
Let's go on the Emirates Team New Zealand chase boat to Coach Ray Davies. Well, they're providing you plenty of entertainment today.
Yeah, not all the entertainment we want to be watching, to be honest. But yeah, no, it's yeah, we're getting comfortable now. But yeah, tricky conditions.
Average breeze.
You're concerned at the start again?
Happy to go to the right pressure.
As Glenn would probably say, the wheels were spinning, but we weren't going forward. And you know, we just turned up a little bit late on that final approach and got ourselves late at the start. Pretty hard to be super accurate in these conditions, but yeah, we paid for that off the line. But the boat's going really well, got plenty of pace, and they're joining the docks now, so happy again.
Good to watch these in strong conditions as they rip up.
Yeah, they're really showcasing these boats for sure in these conditions. These waves a few years ago, people wouldn't have thought we could have sailed in these conditions, so it's great to be able to be in front of all the classic boats out here, and a huge spectacle showcasing what these boats can do. It's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Ray.
And I'm going to get heaps of leverage on you.
Let's take a look at that rounding again. because that was
on the right
that was one to clutch in the throat.
Just watch the foil blow up here as it goes round, bang, and full loss of grip there, and that's not a good feeling on board, and the only way to really stop you going further is actually the middle of the hull touching the water there, so a huge loss in performance, but good lessons to learn, and good to be pushing hard. And see Alinghi Red Bull racing there, opting for the 2-board rounding. Little safer, little slower, but full grip.
Yeah, we have a lot less wind now. I mean, it's probably an average of kind of 12 knots with some lulls 8, so really requiring a bit of gear shifting. And I wonder really if that's why we see New Zealand just kind of edging away now.
Happy with this.
Both boats on different jibs, so as that breeze drops, advantage will be coming back towards Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
Right, the left mark slightly favours.
They'll be a little more balanced.
Too, but it's not.
A lot more helm load on Emirates Team New Zealand as the mainsail is powering up relative to the jib. Put more and more load on that little skinny rudder.
2, 1. Normal build.
Nice wave here.
All the teams doing a great job with their sail programs, getting both sails through a huge range of conditions, so really important to have that range if you can.
Really stuck on the back of this.
Emirates Team New Zealand coming into the top gate, 2 complete leg, 3 of 6. Got over the skid at the bottom, the average start, and they're showing the pace that Teihoto has. But remember, smaller jib versus bigger jib. Can that be a difference? Will it be a difference on downward leg number 4? We shall wait and see.
Yep, all good.
Good, that narrator say, yep, all good. Now we wait for Alinghi Red Bull Racing to come around the top gate and play follow the leader.
Swiss certainly not out of this race. One little wobble from Emirates Team New Zealand, they'll be absolutely right there and pushing hard and sailing well.
110.
Doing a great job.
130. Nice.
It's quite a dramatic look when they come around that mark and really push up, isn't it? As we take a look at the Ghost boat, which is the optimal route that our simulator by Cap Gemini is telling us to go.
Another 10.
Anyway, it's good.
2, 1, board.
Tomorrow will be the last day we will see the Defender for quite some time. And when you think how much improvement there's been in racecraft and execution, I mean, you've been in this position, Glenn. Are they a little nervous of that?
Look, every race is things you're learning, and you know the team will be doing a lot of sailing between now and the actual America's Cup itself. So great opportunity now for Emirates Team New Zealand to be trying different settings, different things, different foil setups, different sails. They'll be learning stuff all the time. That'll be going into the bank. So no doubt there will be absolutely more to come from Emirates Team New Zealand, but all the other teams will be improving as well. So the development will not stop all the way through to the America's Cup final.
Let's go to chase 0. Pete, what are you thinking about this race at this point?
Well, I think it's interesting in terms of performance, and the New Zealanders always seem to be able to select a code down and jib and hang in with it. I thought they'd be slower, and I think Glenn agreed on the downwind leg with the smaller jib, but they aren't. And so they've found a mode and a sail plan set up that means they can just sail with a smaller jib, and then upwind they've got a little bit more grip because you get a bit more loading on the rudder. I'm really impressed by that moding of the Kiwis.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shifting the course axis to 205.
I see it squeezing the round up.
Nice breeze to come. Make sure you go out of it, Andy. Yep. Wind of the 2 are there for you, sir.
Should have said you're a bit windier and more right down here.
Not too bad.
Mel Roberts and Ian Murray adjusting the course to keep it dead into the wind, which is their job. Alinghi Red Bull Racing quite high out of that jibe, but still keeping in touch there. So really important rounding by Emirates Team New Zealand here. Sorry, to pick the boat on the foils.
Emirates Team New Zealand, leg number 4, 2 to go. It's a 9-point scoring race, but it's all practice for the defender.
F pace currently.
Keep going, nice breeze in front. Yeah, definitely keep going to left here, 25 to boundary.
And Alinghi Red Bull Racing will come around the bottom mark and complete the 4th leg and head upwind for the second to last time.
Trending right. Let's go 2, 1, bottom.
Emirates Team New Zealand, lots of weed at the top of the rudder. Thankfully, it's at that end.
And button.
Yeah, you don't mind if it's up there in the air so much. It's
a good one here, pistol.
like Tommy Slingsby was saying earlier, not so good when it's around the bottom, but
yeah, I agree. It's pressure inside.
They've just tacked.
You would probably hit them on this one.
Off we go to Alinghi Red Bull Racing's chase boat and their coach Petro Sabello. Great start, Petro.
Yeah, very good start. I mean, after the first race, the goal for us was really to push the start, to be aggressive, and then from there play the race. The guys did it really good. We were fast and on top of Team New Zealand, trying to control it. It's not so easy, but so far so good. It's a good race for us.
All right, thanks for your time.
Just trying to think slightly faster, not to see if we can.
Pressure on us. To boundary here, assume you want to go all the way. Yes, breeze, that looks good again.
Dan Webster and Louis Sinclair there.
10 now, eh?
Ticking along.
A little bit
Certainly
with,
not max, but you watch the wattage go up here as the boys turn the boat.
I'll have a look, Turkey.
Yeah, nice.
And that's where the power goes into the cranks. Big push there from all 4 cyclors.
Is it there or not?
It's hard to see. There's no air coming off it, so it might have got shaken off.
Big gear changes.
Yep.
Yeah, now?
All boats having to push hard.
I think it's clear, mate.
Yeah, nice. Well, wait now. Still left phase, just probably sticking with them. I assume they're going to step up when they get over this one. Yeah, I think we're going to hit them on the lay if they do it.
They're doing a pretty high mode to lower.
I agree. I think we go up with them.
I'll have eyes on them.
Good pressure in 10.
Peter Burling
Probably
there.
just going to lift from here, but
helming duties at the moment. Nath Outridge having a look at his opponent and the course software.
Build on here,
Claire Chuk flying the boat with Andy Maloney.
Let's go 3, 2, 1. Alright. I'm wide.
Emirates Team New Zealand upwind has the hammer down. How much stress, Glenn, is on the boat in tanks like that at that sort of speed?
Day on our attack, isn't it, mate?
Design of the boats are basically all designed to take quite a lot, and
bounce on that fire out.
Very on edge, all these boats as far as structure goes, but very well designed. So if you went up and punched the side of the hull with your fist, you'd probably put your fist straight through it, but the whole boat glowing red when they light up. Very well designed with a huge amount of modelling and resource that's gone into the structure of these boats. So very light for the size and can be pushed extremely hard.
Emirates Team New Zealand have taken control of race 27 of the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series against Alinghi Red Bull Racing. They may have buffed the start a little bit, but it didn't take them too long to drag them back in and get to that top gate for the first time. And they're there for the last time in this race and heading home towards the finish.
It's right phase, so as soon as you're comfy, I think we would go for a win.
They have really put a gap on the Swiss.
Swiss really sailed a clean race. Actually a clean day, all day today, so really nice, smooth job by the Swiss team.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing, last race of the day for them. No points on the board here, but they will learn plenty. Remember, they are on 2 points, only 1 win ahead of Orient Express Racing. They are still not out of the danger zone to make the final 4.
Happy to go. 20. 1. And ball down, just in the wave. Remade +3. 2. 1.
See the track there of Alinghi Red Bull Racing versus Emirates Team New Zealand around the top mark. Just a tighter turn there from Emirates Team New Zealand and taking probably a 50 to 60 metre gain to leeward there. So just a little tighter, more aggressive bear away there from the Kiwis versus the Swiss.
It seems in this final lap there has been a general kind of bleed all the way round, and perhaps that is conditions related. We have seen a change in conditions.
This is going deep.
You can see the sea state there in the background, the yacht's rolling around and people probably hanging over the back feeding the fish at this period of the day after a couple of gin and tonics, but there's only one boat you'd want to be on at the moment, and that is an AC-75 doing 42 knots downwind. There's not many other boats that could do that in this sea state.
Let's go on to Chase Zero with Peter Lesser. Okay, so what's impressed you so far before they hit the finish line?
Obviously the lead change I thought was significant, but what I'm going through my mind is the relative performance of Alinghi against Emirates Team New Zealand and the earlier race against Ben Ainsley. And in that one, it was 53 seconds at the finishing line. I'll be interested to see what the deficit is between Emirates Team New Zealand and Alinghi when they go over the line.
Emirates Team New Zealand in their second to last race in the regatta before the match do a job on Alinghi Red Bull Racing, but it wasn't perfect. But it'll still be another W in the win column, and the defender gets another point.
Just cruise through.
Just past him now, didn't it, the wind?
And finally, Alinghi Red Bull Racing chased them home. They may get a point, but it's on the 6-team scoreboard. It's a meaningless point because the only point you really want is when you're racing one of the other 4 challenges. But they've had a good day. A good day, had by all, you might say, as they cross the finish line in race 27.
Je pense que j'ai trouvé trop tard, Nico.